Every couple of years we get a game that absolutely blows up. I'm talking every single content creator is making videos about it, there are clips all over Twitter, and this is kind of hard to predict. The first game like this for me was Skyrim. I was 13, getting into the gaming industry more deeply, and I mopped up every class guide, every secret location and items video, and watched way too many Let's Plays of it. They lead to some great times, and what I love about games like this is that it feels like the gaming industry has healed, and everybody is enjoying a game for once. It's kind of wholesome in a way, and I just love to see it. And I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, if it delivers on what it promises, will be a game like that, and I will love every second of it. But something is lurking in the background that I think will give this game more traction. And that is due to the toxicity of the industry right now, and that kind of makes me sad. Kingdom Come Deliverance was originally revealed 10 years ago with a trailer and a Kickstarter campaign. They wanted something like £300,000, and in just under a month it raised £1.1 million, and I know I'm jumping around currencies here, but later on it went on to raise over $2 million, which is amazing. So as you can see, the hype was real, and it was rather quickly building a large head of steam. I was excited and I couldn't wait to get my hands on this. It was Eurojank personified, and I don't use that as a negative because when Eurojank is at its best, I love it. I know this is a cop-out, but there's something to it. It feels like an ambitious team that didn't exactly have the time or budget to do everything they wanted to do. Or they messed up on a few systems, but overall it gives the game a unique feel that can't be replicated anywhere else. I mean, I'm playing through Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 again as we speak, and I just finished Dying Light 1 again, and I love how both of them feel, flaws and all. And that brings me on to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because it looks amazing. And it's releasing at a great time because RPGs are mostly watered down nowadays. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Veilguard was a big disappointment for me. There just wasn't enough RPG there, so Dragon Age I don't think is a series for me anymore. Then Starfield Shattered Space came out last year, and I was hoping that this would fix a lot of the issues with Starfield with a proper location. But no, there was almost no choice in the DLC, and the thing I was most looking forward to in Shattered Space was Andrage's interaction with all the NPCs on her home planet, but she just wasn't used properly. Now there are still great Western RPGs releasing nowadays, and Baldur's Gate 3 was one of them special games that just blew up and everybody was talking about it. And I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will be right up there as a game that takes over for at least a little while. I love the little things in Kingdom Come Deliverance, and in the gameplay reveal of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, they showed part of a quest where you had to dig through pig shit. This is the only series that I would see that and think, oh yeah, I can't wait to play this. That dedication to the minutiae in Kingdom Come Deliverance is what makes it special. And from what I've seen of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, it looks like they've only doubled down on that. The combat is truly unique, there is almost no other game like it, especially in the single player space. If you take Skyrim for example, you just go in, swing your sword around with reckless abandon, and there isn't much strategy to it. And for most RPGs with first person combat, they feel kind of similar. Kingdom Come Deliverance on the other hand makes you think about every single encounter that you go into. Near the start of the first game, you get a quest to take out a bandit camp. And there's something like 5 or 6 bandits in the camp, and in any other RPG, you could just run in, kill them, and leave really quickly. But instead, this took me nearly until the 10 or 15 hour mark to be strong enough to take them out. And even at that, I had to plan things out. I snuck into the camp at night so that I could knock out a few of them before I even started the actual combat with them. And then because I started the combat at night, a lot of them are in their pajamas and they don't have armor on, so they're easier to kill. If I tried to do it during the day when they were all fully kitted out, I just died. And there are very few games that will give you that experience. Now, it's not all positive. As everybody should be, I'm also worried about the jank of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I have no problem with a small bit of Eurojank, you know, the funny things like NPCs walking into each other, horses randomly spawning behind you, and things like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if there are loads of quest glitches and performance issues in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. The only thing giving me a shred of hope is that Warhorse seems to be very, very confident in this game. They pushed up the release date by nearly a month and they've already given out codes to reviewers, so I'll gladly be proven wrong on this front. Now I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will do really well on its own merit, but of course, 2024 was the most toxic I have ever seen the gaming space online. And while I typically steer clear of it all, I think it's important to talk about it specifically with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. The first game was wrapped up in a controversy for many reasons. Some people hated the ideals of the creators of the game, others questioned its historical accuracy in many ways, but mostly due to the lack of people of colour in the game. Now, I'm no historian, so I'm not going to comment on the historical accuracy of the game, but there are different articles surrounding this from historians. Some say that there is evidence of people of colour in this region at the time, while others say it's hard to find any conclusive evidence. And specifically, I remember the Eurogame review of the time, and even there, the reviewer was critical of Dan Vavra, who was one of the founders of Warhorse, but he said that the game isn't pushing any racist messages itself. So it read more like a dislike of Dan Vavra than anything else, which I don't have a problem with. People have the right to criticise whatever they like. Anytime I talk about representation in games, I have to tell this little anecdote. I'm left-handed and I love The Legend of Zelda. And I always loved that Link was left-handed. Then when Twilight Princess came around, they mirrored the GameCube version of it to work on the Wii, because obviously they were using waggle tech for the sword and most people are right-handed. So it made sense there, but ever since then, Link has been right-handed. And I was disappointed. So if something as small as that can matter, then all forms of representation matter. Of course, it needs to make sense and it needs to be implemented well. I'm open to any conversation about games, and we should talk about the portrayal of different groups in games. And in general, it's important to criticise games because it usually leads to a better product, but I think they took the right battle to the wrong battlefield. Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 was criticised for its depiction of women as well, and this is where it feels like they were kind of grasping at straws. You can talk about the realism and how there are certain liberties it takes, but you can see that it's trying to be realistic. NPCs react to your dirty, smelly clothes, and noblemen will talk down to peasants, and this is a world filled with prejudice just like any society in the 1400s would be. So it makes sense that things would be unsavoury. Yeah, there are a few women that play small roles in the story, but by and large, women play a minor role in everything. Or they work in bathhouses, or they're tavern maids, or whatever. And in one of the cutscenes, Henry's having a drink in a tavern, and a maid comes over, and one other NPC slaps the tavern maid's ass. And when I see people criticising this sort of stuff, I personally don't understand it. People nowadays are scumbags. My fiance worked in a pub for years, and the things she had to put up with were absolutely disgusting. So if people are like that today, then they would definitely be like that in the 1400s. I mean, is it right? Definitely not, but is it accurate? Yes, it is. So I think it's taken the shot at the wrong target. Now, the gaming discourse has always been exhausting, but it has only gotten worse in recent years. And this is the lightning in the bottle for Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I can already see just how this is going to go. Last year, we had the games that saved gaming like Black Myth Wukong and Stellar Blade, and I can already read the tweets from Grums and people like him talking about how Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a game for the gamers and all that crap. And I want to steer clear of it as much as possible, he says, while making a video on how controversial Kingdom Come Deliverance will be, but what can you do? But I do think that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will get a massive, massive boost from all of this, and it's kind of sad. I remember the first game for its strengths. How easily I got lost in the world, how I loved learning the intricacies of the combat, how even the simple things like walking around the town and having to kick people out of a pub as you are playing a city guard just felt fun. And if they refine the shortcomings of the first game, then this will be a special game. But I'm afraid that the overall talk around it won't be one about the game itself. Instead, it'll be a typical culture war that will take away from the game. Look, I don't usually talk about this sort of stuff. Even though I have a degree in politics, I'm nowhere near qualified to talk about it in depth. I'm not trying to push an agenda or talk any of that crap. I just want to give a game a fair share, and I hope you do too. I want to engage in level-headed discussions around Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I want to hear what qualified people have to say about the historical accuracy. I want to talk about the things it does better or worse than the first game, and ultimately, I want to get lost in a world just like I did with Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. I just ask that we all be normal and talk like adults. And if you want more of that, then you're on the right channel, so please subscribe and join the channel members down below. And let me know if you're excited for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 in the comments below, because reviewers have their hands on it right now, and I'm experiencing some serious reviewer FOMO. I'm hoping I can get a code at some point, maybe not, we'll see. Regardless, I will be playing the game, so thank you very much for watching. See you all on the next video.